Oh, Lola's looking at something. I reckon Boysie's there.
Yay! Hey, Boysie, where have you been? Come here. Come here.
Honey.
Boysie, the stray cat who quietly walked into our garden and never left.
I missed you. Why'd you leave me like that? Why'd you do that to us, huh?
This stray cat, he just started showing up in my mum's garden one day. No noise, no fuss, he just sat there quietly like the place had always belonged to him. And from that day on, he kept coming. Same time, same spot, as if waiting for us to bring out food had become part of his daily routine.
Does that smell good? Come on in. Here. Here you go. Come on. Come on in.
One look into his eyes, and you could tell he'd been through a lot. Probably more than we could ever know. There was a kind of caution in his stare, like he wanted to trust people, but didn't dare to anymore. And yet, strangely enough, whenever we called his name, he still came. That always touched me. We started calling him Boysie. At first, it was simple. We'd feed him, he'd eat, then he'd leave. But over time, that small routine started to mean something more. Boysie wasn't just a stray cat anymore. He started to become part of our lives. It felt like he had chosen us. Then one day, he didn't come. At first, I thought maybe he was off exploring somewhere, but then came the second day, then the third, and my heart started to ache. Morning and evening, I'd go outside and call his name, just hoping I'd see him peek out from behind a bush or along the fence. But it was always just silence. I didn't realize how much he'd come to mean to me until he was gone. On the fourth day, I remember it so clearly. We were sitting outside quietly when we suddenly heard it, a soft, familiar meow. Faint, but unmistakable. My heart skipped. Please, let it be Boysie. And then it was. He let out a little meow like he was just as relieved to see us as we were to see him. In that moment, I knew he wasn't just a stray anymore. He was family.
I missed you. Why'd you leave me like that? Why'd you do that to us, huh? Look after you.
But that joy didn't last long. We noticed Boysie had some pretty nasty wounds, likely from fights with other stray cats. We rushed him to the vet. Thankfully, he was going to be okay, but it shook us. We knew we had to do more for him. Boysie didn't have a safe place to sleep, not really. So my mom and I built him a little shelter next to the porch. Nothing fancy, just a small wooden hutch. But it was warm, dry, and just for him, every night I'd go out and check on him.
Hey, little Boysie.
Oh. He slowly started letting us get closer. He'd rub against our legs, let us pet him. But Boysie was still a wanderer at heart. The house? That was a no-go. He didn't trust four walls. He'd sometimes poke his head in, then dart right back out again. Until one day, everything changed. I was sitting on the couch and suddenly felt something warm on my lap. I looked down. It was Boysie. Curled up, softly purring, like it was the most natural thing in the world. I didn't move, didn't even breathe. It was the first time he chose to stay instead of run. And to me, that meant everything. After that, he started exploring the house more. Carefully, step by step, he'd sneak into my room, jump on the bed, and fall asleep like he'd always belonged there. We'd watch movies together. I'd scratch behind his ears and he'd doze off with that peaceful little smile cats get. From a stray in the garden, Boysie had become my cat. I used to worry whether he'd get along with our other cats, but to our surprise he handled it better than any of us expected. It was like he knew how to fit in, and from that day on he's never spent another night outdoors. These days, I don't live with Boysie anymore. Life's taken me elsewhere, but he still lives with my mom. And every time I go home, the very first thing I do before I even take my shoes off is go outside and call his name. Boysie, where are you? And like clockwork, he always shows up. Like he never left. Asterisk, he's a little older now. Slower. But he's happy. This is his home just as much as it's ours. And I've come to realize something. We don't really choose our pets, they choose us. So if you're thinking about adopting an animal, maybe a stray who's been hanging around your porch, or a shelter cat looking for a second chance, or a dog who keeps following you home, I hope you'll do it with patience and love. Let them come to you. Give them the time to trust again, because when they finally do, it will change your life. If Boysie's story touched your heart, give this video a like, share it with someone who could use a little warmth today, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We share real, heartfelt stories about the little souls who found us and never let go.